Hello everyone, and welcome back to Beyond the Known. Today, we journey far from the towering skylines we usually explore. Instead, we set sail into the cold, stormy North Atlantic Ocean, where waves crash relentlessly against jagged rocks and a thick mist often blankets the horizon. There, mystery lingers in the sea air, wrapped in silence and shadow. This is the story of a lighthouse, perched on a remote island, and three men who vanished without a trace, leaving behind a riddle that has puzzled the world for over a century. In December of 1900, on a remote group of islands off the western coast of Scotland, the Flannan Isles, three lighthouse keepers stood watch: Thomas Marshall, James Duckett, and Donald MacArthur. Their job was straightforward yet demanding. Cold winds, crashing seas, and complete isolation defined their daily lives. They were the silent guardians of the coast, keeping the powerful beam of light alive every night to warn passing ships of dangerous rocks below. Though the work was lonely and sometimes monotonous, it was absolutely necessary, because one small failure could mean disaster for countless sailors. These men carried out their duties with quiet dedication, far from the comforts of civilization. But then, silence. Days passed without any word from the keepers, which was unusual. Concern grew. When the relief vessel finally arrived, the crew found the lighthouse eerily still. No smoke rose from the chimney, no voices called out, no footsteps echoed on the stone floor. The door was securely closed, yet no one came out to greet the newcomers. Inside, the scene was chilling. The beds were untouched, as if no one had slept in them. A meal sat cold on the table, left completely uneaten. Two heavy coats were missing, despite the biting cold outside. Even the lighthouse clock had stopped at a strange hour, adding to the sense that time itself had frozen in this place. But the men, Thomas, James, and Donald, were simply gone, without a trace. No signs of violence. No footprints leading away from the lighthouse. No letters, no cries for help, no clues at all. Just an unsettling mystery suspended in salt, wind, and fog. Theories began to swirl almost immediately. Some believed a massive rogue wave, far taller than any seen before, crashed against the cliffs and swept the men out to sea in a violent moment of nature's fury. Others whispered darker tales: madness born from isolation, a violent fight, one man killing the others before taking his own life. And then there were the wild rumors: sea monsters awakened from ancient legends, curses laid upon the islands long ago by forgotten tribes. One logbook entry left behind added more mystery. It spoke of unusual behavior, strange storms brewing, fearful glances, and one man breaking down in tears. Was this a sign of fear or something else entirely? Sadly, no one could confirm the truth, and the entry only fueled speculation. As the years passed, the story refused to fade into obscurity. Locals began sharing tales of ghostly lights flickering atop the cliffs on stormy nights. Tourists started visiting the Flannan Isles, not just to see the lighthouse, but to stand where the mystery had unfolded over a century ago. Writers, poets, and filmmakers were irresistibly drawn to the haunting enigma, capturing it again and again in their works. The lighthouse transformed from a simple beacon into a monument to the unknown, a symbol of nature's power and humanity's fragility. What happened on that lonely island continues to haunt the minds of all who hear the tale. Was it simply the sea claiming its due, an accident of fate? Or was it something beyond our understanding, an event lost between reality and myth? The unanswered questions leave space for imagination, for fear, for wonder, and for grief. Today, the Flannan Isles remain just as remote and silent as ever. The lighthouse still stands tall, battered by time and storm, a steadfast sentinel over the dark waters. Its light no longer operated by hand, but controlled by automated technology. Yet some say the spirits of the keepers never left, that on cold, stormy nights, when the wind howls through the rocks, you can hear whispers carrying their names through the air. Thomas Marshall, James Duckett, Donald MacArthur. They are remembered not only for how they vanished, but for what they represented. A devotion to duty in the face of isolation. A sacrifice swallowed by the unforgiving ocean. Their story has become legend, woven deep into the fabric of Scottish folklore. A timeless reminder that even in the age of reason, there are still places where mystery reigns supreme. And maybe that's why we return to this story again and again. To search for answers. To honor the unknown. To listen for the echoes of lives lost to the sea. Thank you so much for joining us on this haunting journey. If you enjoyed this story and want to explore more mysteries hidden in stone, steel, and sea, be sure to like this video, leave us a comment, and subscribe to Beyond the Known. There are so many stories waiting to be told, and we'd love to share them with you. Until next time, stay curious, and take care.